Hello and welcome yet again to Forgotten Temples with myself, Mr. B. Now what I have for you today is quite amazing. It is utterly unique. There's only one of these as far as I know, and I'm absolutely privileged to have found it. It's a gentleman actually who set me on the path called David, and he sent me a message about 2 years ago and said, Mr. B, you should go and see this site. So, after much time, I finally got round to coming here, and it is absolutely spectacular. Now, what this is all about is elephants, known as Damri in Khmer. And you must remember how jolly important the elephant was. So what's through here is in fact an elephant's car park. It's only about 2 weeks ago I accidentally came across this site. I saw this muddy track and I thought there's something down there. I can see a bit of laterite brickwork, which you can see now. It's just there. And I thought, oh, it'd just be, you know, a ruined temple, an absolute ruin that no one bothers to go to. So I came up this white web of tree roots, and what I discovered was absolutely fascinating. So it's around the external wall we go, and it is this way. Over here, another cascade of ancient tree roots, and it is here we find this entranceway. Look how broad it is. But there's another indicator as we come into this enclosure, and that is there are flagstones on the floor. And what walked over these flagstones and embedded them so permanently in this soil is an absolute legion of elephants. Now this is that entranceway I just showed you, but it is so vast that I can't get both sides of it in. Now you must remember that to build Angkor Wat, which is the site I'm at today, it is estimated that over 6,000 elephants were used. 6,000. And we can never underestimate how revered and how important these elephants were. For just up the road here is something called Elephant Terrace. Now, Elephant Terrace had a position of great importance. King Jayavarman VII, the biggest of the Khmer Empire's kings, and certainly the greatest builder of all of them, when he would welcome his troops back from foreign lands and they had a great victory, as they so often would, he would stand atop of Elephant Terrace. And he would watch his troops parade past him in their thousands or potentially their tens of thousands. But it is atop of the elephants that the ancient king decided to stand, to show his all-pervading power. That is how much the elephant was respected and revered. And as we head into this enclosure, it really does spark the imagination as to what this was like. It's circular, for starters. All the way round it goes. There's a second exit over here, and what there is it looks like there's another wall that potentially was in the centre. So we have two circular walls, but it's best to come to the external wall and have a look. And what we can see, can you see here? There's these grooves in the actual walls. Now what we surmise is there was wooden posts in here that potentially had a dual purpose. Number one, the post would have come up here and it's a place to tether your elephant, but also it would have supported a roof that would have gone out to potentially what was a second wall here. So now you need to imagine in our elephant car park, as I'm rather cutely calling it, is wooden pole, wooden pole, wooden pole where these grooves are, and then an elephant tethered to each one. So what we'd have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on elephant garages, and they would all be parked here, with a second wall here, which would have been an enclosure, maybe to dress them, to feed them, to saddle them. But this place is absolutely amazing. Now, it was not just the ancient kings that were very much into elephants. My favourite Hindu god, Indra, rode upon a multi-headed white elephant called Airavata. Now, Indra was really cool. He's the guy who controls thunder and lightning and weather and all sorts of other things. And the Khmer kings, sorry, I'm actually being bitten savagely by giant red ants. Yet again, look, here they are. They are all over me. Right, carry on. I get bitten by these thousands of times. Where was I? Oh yes, Indra and his mighty white elephant Airavata with its multiple heads. He was not the only one. For the kings, the ancient kings themselves, believed that if you possessed a white elephant, then you had a divine right, and it also symbolized power. So it wasn't just Elephant Terrace where the king stood to welcome back his troops. To actually be in possession of a white elephant itself showed incredible strength and power. And this was also the same for the gods. So this may well be me a bit flippant saying it's an elephant car park, but my goodness, this is the powerhouse that built an empire. They're literally all over me. Look, can you see them? Can you see that? They, gosh, it's when they bite you in the ears. God. Look, can you see that? They are. There you go. These things bite like you wouldn't believe. And when they start biting, they swarm. They come upon you. They just cover you. So they're shooting up my legs and everywhere. Oh, right between the fingers. Oh. But I'm getting more used to them, shall we say. I still hate them though. Ow. Gosh damn it. This is truly a remarkable sight. And one must remember what it takes to maintain an elephant. We're now heading into the centre of this arena, shall we call it. And to keep an elephant, you need 150 kilos of food every single day. And keep in mind what I said earlier. There was over 6,000 elephants here. So you do the maths. That's nearly 10,000 odd kilos every single day just to feed them. This place to me is truly incredible. It has a touch of the Pompeii about it. There are relics, there are impressions that we can easily decode and decipher. And when you decipher those left messages, it tells a remarkable story. And as I say, this place is the engine house of an ancient empire. It is these elephants, these ancient Damri, that built an empire. Without them, it would not have been possible. So we are standing not only in the capital city that once housed 1 million people, Angkor Wat, we are standing in its very engine room. And that to me is fascinating. To most, it's just a wall with some post holes in it. But if you activate your imagination and interpret the clues, boom, it all comes to life. And the story it tells is amazing. And I very much hope you've enjoyed this quick trip around somewhere in a far off magical land. And if by chance you could help me build my library of ancient forgotten sites such as this, then I would be truly grateful. And how you do that is you go to www.patreon.com/temples. As simple as that. So until next time, it only remains for me to wish you absolutely nothing but, of course, the very best. You be sure to take good care now.